It's all by the art museum right there. Yeah, that library was across the street from Acme on 66 in Germantown.
Oh, man.
Yeah, rewind it.
What?
Rewind it.
Say, he probably knows, he knows his picture.
Come on, yo.
Rewind it a little.
What'd you see?
Like 10 seconds.
What'd
Now
you
the
say?
first thing I got because he said like he takes out bricks like saying something wrong with the brick. He went too far.
He would have stopped.
That's gonna be hard, no?
And I got more questions than that.
No, my buddy actually made that. I didn't make that. That's his work. That's 30th Street Station right there, down the city. That's 30th Street Station. We're repointing, you know, we're repointing the joint all the way around. We put it together, you know, kind of put it together.
One more. I think it's one more.
Where at, Carter? What, bro?
It passed. I did it.
That's 48th and Spruce
Yeah.
Church right there.
Alright, pause it. Alright, so what makes a brick what makes a brick
What makes a brick?
But first, say your name.
Why would a brick?
Say your name first.
my
And then
name's Teron.
Teron?
Smith,
How you doing, bud?
yeah. Alright. So
stand up when you talk.
Come my question, please. So what makes you have to what makes you have to pull out a brick and
Alright, so a lot of
Yo,
times,
you was pulling it.
the reason a brick would be getting figured out called it's walls. And if you see a brick that looks like, you know, it's got crushed or it's popping out or it's got a crack in it, the face is popped off, a lot of times the mortar is way too strong. Like if you put too much cement in the mortar, it makes the mortar will basically crush that brick to where it pushes it out. Or it traps moisture in behind it and it'll start pushing out. Basically, so if that brick had a crack in it that's bigger than a credit card, or if it had, you know, the face, the brick face it's fired, so it has the face is supposed to be the strongest part. So if that face is opened up, it's exposing inside of the brick. You know, that's going to get water in there. So you got to, you know, you take it out. You cut the mortar joint above and around it, hit it with a chipping gun, pop it out.
So it got to be a lot of that in order for them to pull you or.
Yeah, I mean, if all right, say like, you know, you got a building, they got a in Philadelphia they got a facade wall, and basically give a building over four stories or 5 stories. I can't remember exactly what it is. You have to get an annual inspection, and then when they inspect your building, if you have bricks that are falling out or bricks that are opened up, water's coming in, water damage, you know, a lot of it's all water damage.
So are you considered an inspector too?
I could usually have an engineer come out and do stuff. And, you know, an engineer would come out, you know, and they would, you know, determine which ones need to be taken out. They mark them down, get the specs, and then they give them to me. Then I start taking them out.
All right, and you said when they crack or if they push out, that's like a natural thing, or is it because of?
It's because of water, basically. Like everything, like the Philadelphia region, we have freeze-thaw cycle, right? So it gets cold, and then it gets hot, cold and hot. So that's like kind of really good for us if we're in the trade, because after a while, in the wintertime it pushes everything out, and then in the summertime it contracts back down. You know, so everything's contracting and breaking. That's how you get concrete cracks. You know what I mean? Like everything's moving. So basically, like the water is breaking down masonry. Water, rain, stuff like that.
Alright, one more question. Does this have to do something with art?
Not this, but you saw the carvings, right?
Yeah.
You know, are you an artist? Are you artistic?
I'm not. No.
No.
Can't draw.
Some, like, I was saying, like, you do patching material. So, like, you saw some of the decorative carvings.
Mhm.
If say, like, the face gets knocked off, that they get people to come in and they'll patch it out. They rebuild the face with a putty, and then they'll use this leaf, you know, and they'll carve it back down to exactly resemble exactly how it used to look. So there is artistic elements to it.
Would you have to be an artistic person to do that?
For that aspect, yeah. But I mean, there's some things that are like a little artistic that I'm not like I'm not a really good artist, but I try to do like the decorative pointing and raised ribbon pointing and stuff like that. Like some people are intricate. I mean, you don't have to be an artist, but you know, just have to have the will and want to do it. You know, and a good teacher too. So what's up, buddy?
It took a while for you to get used to doing this stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
You were just like naturally doing it.
no. It took, you know, you gotta have, I've been doing it for over 15 years, and basically, like, I had, like, my biggest thing is I learn from people, you know what I mean? And then if a guy wants to teach you and learn, you know, teach you stuff, you know, he respects you and he respects your work ethic. I try to take in as much information as I can off, you know, like, you know, because growing up when I was in my early 20s, I didn't really appreciate what I had. Like, I was like, you know, then I got 2 kids, and I had kids, and I started realizing, like, I loved historic preservation, started getting a little pride in what I was doing, and then I started, my skill set started getting a lot better because, you know, I had more pride in my work. I was learning off of people that have been doing it for a long time. Like when I got in the union, I was working on 30th Street Station for about a year. You know what 30th Street Station is? I worked with a lot of older guys, and they taught me so much, and I learned so, you know, knowledge is key and valuable. You know, an older stonemason told me once, you know, if you want to be the best stonemason you can be, you're going to be learning until the day you die. You know, because this stuff, you know, it's intricate. You learn a lot, you know, from building, they built cathedrals, they built castles, they built huge skyscrapers with masonry over the years, and the knowledge has been passed down. If you're interested in learning, and you want to learn, and you're willing to learn, and you're a hard worker, you know, people are naturally going to teach you, and then, you know, over time, you know, you're going to develop a passion for it, and then your skill set's going to get, you know, better and better.
How sturdy is that thing that you're standing on?
Well, this right here is the tool I use to put that together. Basically a swing, it's a swing, right? And I wear a harness and it attaches to a rope, right? And there's 2 steel cables that come down off the top of the building. And what happens is we have 2 beams that go off over the building, and the wire goes down. Those 2 beams are cantilevered by weights. So you got weight system right here. The beam goes over top of the building, drops down to the building. That connects down into your swing, right? So when I'm down on my swing, I'm against the wall. I got 2 beams, 2 cables coming down, and then I got 2 motors connected to that cable, right? And then I got it's basically like, almost like a long ladder system with planks on it that come across, and I can walk about 50 feet, 40 feet, 30 feet. I can walk back and forth, you know, along that. I mean, it swings like I can swing it, you know, and that's why it's good for the work we do.
And if you wanted to move over, if you want to go,
If I can move that over, yeah. If I wanted to move over a little bit, I can just push off the wall. It's pretty. I mean,
and you
it's
say you got another rope holding onto you.
yeah. I got a harness on.
So just in case that falls.
See, I got a harness on right here, and then I got a lanyard that connects to this rope that comes down. And
We thought we wasn't here for safety.
yeah, so we got everything safety. Like that, my system, my rigging system up on top, it's connected to foundation steel. It's you know, it's tied in. So if that would fall, it would be, you know, caught by the rigging, you know, by my safety line. And then if that would fall, and then I would fall, I have a safety line that catches me. You know, so you know, it's dangerous work, but everything's so safe that I'm not scared. Like, if you don't mind looking down and seeing like 15 feet below you, you're all right. You know what I mean? Like some people get up there and they're like, I can't do this. But I mean, if that's not for you, then you can do tile work. You know.
They do concrete sidewalks,
yeah,
right?
concrete sidewalk. Yeah. So there's every different aspect. Like I had a guy who came right out of high school. He was working with us, and he was a stonemason. And he started working with us. We're on 23rd of Walnut Street, and it took him a couple times getting up there to get the nerve. He's first time his legs were shaking. You know, and then he got up there and said, "I gotta do it," and he was fine. But it's kind of cool because I see the whole city skyline all around me. Like I'm working at 7:30 in the morning. The sun's coming up, and you know.
That's how I was at 10 Rittenhouse. I was working over there, 18th and Walnut.
Yeah.
And we was up on the 29th floor, and like we was there after hours. And that skyline's beautiful.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
really is.
it's an experience. You know, like I take a lot of pride in what I do. You know, because I'm restoring history in Philadelphia. And second of all, it's just a hard work and honest trade.
So you said,
Right?
what's the highest you ever went up?
Highest I ever went up was probably 20 stories, but I got a buddy right now, my buddy Timmy, he's out there on the Melon Bank, and he's up 56 stories.